Okay, a lot of writing on this screen, but let me explain what it says. What we did on those last couple problems where we changed both sides, tried against sides, to base 10. If both bases are the same, then both exponents have to be the same. That's a really good way of solving equations if you can. However, sometimes you're not going to be able to write one side with the same base as the other side. So in this case, 2 to the x power is equal to 5. 5 will never be able to be written as 2 to some power. Okay, so you can't use that in this particular equation. Okay, so there's other ways of learning how to do that, which we're going to do next. Okay, so now on your calculator, make sure you have a scientific calculator. If you don't, then try the calculator on your phone and see if that does it. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you hit the log button. There should be one with your special keys. And then 100. And then hit equals and see what you get. It's pretty easy. On some calculators, you have to put the 100 in first and the log in second. So you're going to have to play around a little bit. But the answer should be 2. Okay? Same thing with this last one. You hit the log button. And then you put in your numbers. So in this case, you're going to have to do 1 divide 1 million. And then hit equals, and it will give you -6. Instead of doing 1 million, you could write it as, let's see, there's tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths, 100 thousandths. There's 1 millionth. So you could put this in instead of the fraction, and you would still get -6 as your answer. Okay? So now let's try some problems where we have to use a calculator. Okay, when it says find log of 25, we're going to hit log 25 equals, and the answer I get is 1.39794 and a whole bunch of other numbers. Okay, it says round the answer to 3 decimal places, so 1, 2, 3, we're looking at the 9. And since 9 is bigger than 5, we're going to round up, so 1.398. And that's the answer they want. Now, remember, you don't put an equal sign here because they are not equal, right? When you round, they're not equal anymore. Okay, second one. Log of 0.006. Enter, or equals, and you get -2.22184 and more. Okay, so 3 decimal places, so we're looking at the 8. So that means we're going to round up again, and we get 2.222. Okay, so when will the answer be positive and when will it be negative? We haven't really talked about that yet. And let's... Okay, if you remember on your graph, it goes like this, right? Basically, that point right there, do you remember what it was? That was 1. Okay, so anything less than 1 is going to have a negative number, and anything greater than 1 is going to have a positive number. Okay, so you're looking at this number right here. If that's bigger than 1, this is going to be positive. If that's less than 1, it's going to be negative. Okay, now try using your calculator and find log of -10. You're going to get an error. I don't know what kind of error it is, but the reason for that, it depends on your calculator. It'll say just error. It could tell you it's a domain error. It could say cannot calculate. I don't know what it would say. That's what I mean. Okay, the reason for that is this is your x value. Okay, and your x value of -10 on your graph would be way over here. Graph is never going to get there because there's an asymptote here, right? It's going to continue down, 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 down. It's never going to jump over to the -10 value. Okay, so anything less than 0, anything negative, will always give you an error.